All right, guys, let's see if I'm live. Let's see if I'm live. Okay, I am live. Let's see. All right. I think I am live, and I think my sound is good. Yes. I think my sound is good. I think I'm live. I see it. And my kids are making so much noise. So, I want to get this podcast up and started. I'm not going to really wait for anybody to come on, even though I would love for people to be on. But I want to introduce myself. My name is Iasia. I'm the visionary of Single Exposed Podcast and Single Exposed Network. Really, it's supposed to be a network of individuals, singles individuals that may come together, and we are supposed to share our lives, expose ourselves, share the wisdom in telling our story, share our ups and downs, share our broken hearts, share our healing. And I have been really like not doing my job, y'all. I have really not been doing my job. I have been playing, being lazy in my purpose. I have kind of like been irresponsible over what God has given to me. Now, the thing about it is, I want to start off with confessions. So I'm confessing right now about how I feel when it comes to my life period, when it comes to my purpose, how I feel about Single Exposed Network. It's been a journey. So to begin with, I started this journey, I want to say, I don't know if y'all can catch the commercial. I may replay it. I started this journey, and excuse me as I'm looking down at my phone, I'm trying to share it. I started this journey, I want to say it's going on to 3 years now. So when, this journey started when COVID first happened. And when COVID first happened, this was actually in works previous to COVID. And for some reason, like when COVID first happened and everybody was doing their virtual thing, we were talking about opening up a church. We were talking about planting a church. We also were talking about, no, actually when COVID, we had already planted a church. And we were talking about the different ministries. So, I may have been given the assignment to do like a singles ministry and kind of be over that, which was very distasteful for me. Because I'm single, right? I'm single. However, I've dated, I've been in relationships, and when you kind of given a task that you don't want really to be in, it has this like, you get this like stomach feeling, this like sick feeling. You get like a certain kind of resistance towards that thing. And I had this real bad resistance towards doing singles and helping singles. And the first thing I could think about was that first thing was I didn't want to be single. The second thing was, what am I really supposed to talk about? Like, okay, I don't know really nothing about singleness, but that, being single is a struggle. There was this stigma that I had in my head about being single. I may have thought that singleness was for the birds. I'm like, being single, I don't want to be single. I had this mindset as though, like, when I was waiting for a husband to come, and once I waited for a husband to come, then I could do my purpose. And once I waited for a husband, then that really would give me joy and happiness that I really was needing in my life. And so when you're talking about doing the singles thing, I'm like, forget that. I don't want to do that. I don't want nothing to do with that. Actually, God, bring me my husband. And so that's what I'm really waiting for. And, as that was like 3 years ago, and we were all sitting at this table, and we were talking about singles ministry, and we were talking about, and we were giving, like, I think we were talking about names and stuff like that. And I don't know, I jotted some things around, and then we voted, and then the name came. This name came from a team. Single Exposed Network did not come from my Asia's brain, where it was like, oh, I came up with this whole thing by myself, and this is what it was going to be. It really was a group of us that was sitting at the table, and some people I ain't even see since then, honestly, because everybody, like, goes through their own journeys in life. And I came up with this name, and then I rocked out with it. Then I had this vision, and God, he really blessed me with giving me the people on my team. And when I met some people on my team, some people I was already friends with, some people I was doing ministry with, some people were just single, and they were like, oh, I see, I guess singles ministry is for me because we bored and we don't know what to do. And so when we were sitting at the table, and we came up with this whole thing, and I was like, okay, well, let's just see what God's gonna do. Then we came up with the commercial, then we had t-shirts, and we tried to do the merch thing, right? And we had the podcast, and we started to do that. And then afterwards, there may have been, I want to say, oh yeah, we were in my friend's basement, and we did the podcast down there, and everybody was like, all right, well, I don't really want to put my business out there. And then some people were like, oh, well, I'm ready to talk about this, and I'm ready to talk about this. And I had this whole vision. And the word of God says, write your vision and make it plain. So then I was like, all right, well, I need to write the vision down. I need to make it plain. What are we doing here? Now, let me tell you right now, my whole attitude towards that thing was negative the whole time. Now, I'm operating in what God has given me, that I'm saying out of my mouth is a gift. So I'm operating from it. I'm saying, oh, God gave me this. Then God placed it in other people's heart. And then they chose this. Everybody as a group chose this name, right? And I've seen God move. I started changing. In the midst of that, I'm getting fed spiritually, which is changing my natural appearance as well. Because if y'all would have seen me during the pandemic, sis, they looked like this. Half the time, I could barely recognize myself. I went through a transformation in the inside of me, and that was flowing outward. And however, I had this thing against this purpose that God had given me, Single Exposed Network. And as much as I had this concept that we all will come together and do it as a team, and everybody will have their job, and every this and that and this and that, I still was being cleansed in my purpose. There may have been individuals that were looking up to me to lead. And I may have been looking at individuals to follow and to also lead. However, my whole concept against Single Exposed Network and what God has given me was negative. You know, I was waiting for the day that God was going to say, you ain't have to do it no more. I was waiting for the day that God was going to say that he was going to bring it to an end and say, okay, you went this far. Now you don't have to do it. I was waiting for the day that God would just bless me with a husband. And I would be like, oh, well, yeah, I could do Single Exposed Network and I'm going to play the background. Now, that's what I was thinking on the inside, but out of my mouth was flowing something else. Out of my mouth was flowing something else. And so I so appreciate being on here today, because this is the first time I've done Single Exposed Network podcast by myself, with just me. I never wanted to be a person that was highlighted and spotlighted, like, oh, cameras light action on me. I'm just not that type of person. And the reason why is because I don't like all that attention. You know, when the spotlight is on you, it's like people are looking at you. They're looking for your flaws. They're looking for your mistakes. They're looking for you to trip up. They're looking, you know, to say something like, and I never really wanted to get that. I personally like to see other people shine. But then when other people shine, I will have this inward judgment to say, they could have did it like this, so maybe it should have went like this, and maybe it would have been better like this. However, I was too afraid to do it myself. So all my life, I may have thought that others could do certain things better than me, if you know what I mean. You know, my insecurities, just growing up as a child, was always compared to somebody else and the way they did things. And I struggle with that. And even in coming into a place of my purpose, I'm still struggling with that. Can I say that I'm a person that I'm in a place where I think I do everything wonderful? No. Am I looking to do everything wonderful now? No. I am a mother. I'm a mentor. I'm an advocate. I am a public speaker. I am a guider. I am a woman that fears God. I am a sunflower that's growing. I'm a butterfly that's evolving. I am kind words and wise counsel. Times I'm all over the place. Times I'm insecure. Sometimes I fear taking steps. I'm a person that resists change sometimes. I'm a person that goes into the fire sometimes. I'm the person that runs away from the fire sometimes. I'm the person that is kind of like scared of relationships and scared of dating. I am the person that is like, how long I gotta wait, God? I'm the person like, oh, there's no man for me. I'm the person as though like, dang, everybody doing their ones and twos, maybe I should do mines. I'm the person that cries and worships. I'm the one that danced before the Lord. I'm the one that don't know what to do during the summer when I'm not working. And this is the first time in my life that God has just put aside, you know, and highlighting me and saying, do you even know who you are and what you want? And these are the things in the positions that I'm putting you in. And will you still do my will? I'm the person that desires to go forward and refuse to go backwards. And when I go backwards, I'm getting up and going forward. So I wanted to share a part of me today, just for a little while, to say, through God's purpose, that it's okay to grow, it's okay to learn, it's okay to fall down, it's okay to get back up, it's okay to let other people judge you, it's okay to let other people talk about you, it's okay to not know what you're doing and still trying to do it. It's okay to be confused, but ask questions. It's okay to be ugly sometimes. It's okay. And so I wanted to come on here to say I love you guys. I want to be faithful to the assignment that God has given me with Single Exposed Network. I am going to, we have, I don't know if you guys know, but we have a private group chat that is Single Exposed Network. Previously we tried so many things. We tried to bring people on dates. We tried to give out money for people to go on dates. We had game shows. We had hot seat stuff. We had all types of different stuff. All to, have fun and evolved in this time that we in, so that we can get you guys to talk about yourselves, so that we can get you guys to come out of your caves, so we can get you guys to change. We out here doing the same thing, expecting a different result, which is insanity, and then we blame God, because we don't know why our lives are particularly this way. And so Single Exposed Network is supposed to help you come into a revelation of who you are and who God is, and bringing you into connection with Him. This is a Godly Counsel podcast, Godly Principle podcast. So no, we're not going to come on here and say that it's okay to do certain things and let it rock out. We're going to come on here and try to strengthen weaknesses that you have in your life. And one of my weaknesses, I'm attacking today. This is why I'm doing this, because I have a weakness to be alone and put in the spotlight on myself. I can't stand to do that. For all those who may know or don't know, I am a praise dancer, and I am a dancer at heart. And every time it's time for me to dance alone, I just be like, stomach be hurting. I be like, I don't want to do it. Forget about it. Get somebody else. And then I have to let God take over and really put myself out there for Him to move in my life and in other people's life. Because when I dance, God ministers to me, and I love it. It's me and Him. So I expect that throughout my daily life with whatever I'm doing. And I expect God's hand to be on this and to be on me in every aspect of what I do, so He can bless it. And so I love you guys. I just wanted to start off with saying I love you, and I do ask for forgiveness for not being purposeful with Single Exposed Network. I pray that you all are blessed. I pray that you guys would come in my inbox and hit me up and talk to me about some things. You guys have some amazing stories out there, and you know what? A part of your healing would be to share it. A part of somebody else's healing would be to share it. And I encourage you to do it as I expose and reveal myself to you guys. It's only right that you guys do the same. Come and expose yourself. I know that on here on Facebook you can do a lot of things. You can do the face and I don't know, some other stuff. I used to do that stuff back in the day, but I've gotten so I don't know. I'm like, no, I don't like social media, because I really don't. I really don't like social media. I feel like I could be doing something else with my time than sitting on here looking at myself talk. But this is what's going on. This is the end. This is the now. This is the present. And so I want to go with the flow of what is happening in this genre, and I also don't want to be resisted with what God has given me. So I love you guys. Please hit me up. Please hit me up. I got guys, the guys, they be in my inbox. Hey, how you doing, beautiful? No, if you have a story to tell, if you would like to be on Single Exposed Network, please hit me up. Let me know. I would love to have you guys on. And I just wish you guys the best.